Hey guys, some of you know me, and for those of you that don't, my name is Toby. I own a shop in Omaha called Torque Motorsports. Pretty lucky guy. I got a wonderful family and get to work with my brothers, and one person in particular means a lot to us. My dear old Uncle Wes. He has stepped in our family in a big way and filled in when our dad wasn't around. Our dad definitely wasn't the greatest guy, and then he kind of took off and left all those things that a dad usually does. My uncle tried to step in every chance he could, and so my brothers and I decided he deserved something special for that. He's always had some cool cars, and he gave those to my cousins when they got married. That was kind of always his plan. So he didn't have anything cool that he was driving. He had a driveway full of cool stuff, but we all know how that goes. That takes some work to get those going. So he was running around in a rusted Dodge pickup, and it looked like it might break in half. So we decided we were going to pick up a C10, kind of similar to the one he used to have, and build it up into something cool, a real patina rod. Not anything fancy, because he doesn't really do fancy. He loads stuff up and works and wears blue jeans, and blue collar guy like most of us are. So we picked him up a pretty cool 67 C10, and through the process of building it, I videoed it more for our kids to look at in the future, and more for him to see who worked on it, and just cool video, or to have video of the build. So I'm not any good at editing these things. Don't do a whole lot of social media or TikTok videos or anything. So what I'm going to do on this one is just kind of put all the little videos together. So you'll probably hear me repeat a lot of things, because originally I had planned on trying to edit the videos, but it is January 1st, and we built that truck early spring and gave it to him on Father's Day. So it took me this long just to get around to having the time to make an intro video. So I definitely don't have the time to edit all of those. But I'm gonna put this one together, maybe put it on a YouTube channel. For those of you that know me, I am constantly working on something of my own or something cool at the shop. So we might start videoing some of that too, and put it up on the channel, just so again the kids, when they get older, can look back at all the stupid stuff we did. I mean, there's plenty of fun in that, right? So hopefully this video isn't too terrible long. I don't remember how many videos I made. I know there were plenty, but I tried to keep them short. So this is the story of the truck called Beers Ago and how it came about. And I believe we will be doing some more work on it in the future, possibly LS swapping it, or putting a little bigger engine in it. She likes to smoke some, and maybe switching it to an automatic or a 5-speed, so he can put in more highway miles going to auctions and whatnot. So we'll video that and post it up later. Thanks for watching. All right, here's what it's starting out as. A little high, and the tires are a little bald. A little bit of rust to fix. We're gonna take care of that.
Over the hill, but not over the hump.
Yeah, their bumper sticker is?
I believe so. That's hard thing.
We're trying to read what the bumper stickers say. And this one says what? All work and no pay makes a farmer?
Makes a farmer.
Pork is good food. I think this one is the dealership it was bought at, because there's another Laverne sticker on the side over here. Caution dog on board. No, it's not Laverne. It is O'Leary. I'm gonna have to look that one up. Yankton, South Dakota. She'll look real good when it's done. All right, buddy, you ready to go over the truck?
Yeah.
So we don't have a ton of parts yet. So today being day one, most of what we're gonna be able to do is clean up underneath, paint some things. We kind of already went over the truck a little bit, but we're gonna go over it and show Xander and Katie what we found that we have to work on. So the rear end was a factory 12-bolt posi, but the previous owner was doing burnouts and blew it into a million pieces. We already cleaned some of those out, but it you can spin the drive shaft by hand without spinning anything else because the carrier is completely exploded. So factory gears were 373s, but he said that was a little tall for the highway, of course, and we're going slightly shorter than the 32-inch tall tires that he was running. Those are a little big for a two-wheel drive truck. So we ordered Yukon 342 gears, a Yukon Duragrip posi. We're gonna do new axle bearings and seals on it because see all this grease out here. You know what all that is, buddy?
No.
That's a leaky axle seal. Huh. Once you get all this gear lube into the brake shoe, it stops the brakes from grabbing the way they should. They won't grab that brake drum. Those shoes are supposed to go out and grab that drum, and if it's all full of gear lube, they won't grab. And you cannot clean that stuff out. It soaks into it, so you have to change it. Still got some of the old farmers' sticks and weeds up in here. It's an old pig hauling truck, which is why they replaced the floor with corrugated steel so they can wash it out. It's actually pretty cool. So we are going to do new axle bearings and seals, new brake shoes, new hardware, new brake drums. Katie can get all the sticks out. These trailing arms are actually in really good shape. These things are known for rotting out. I did notice there's a little bit of rust growing up underneath that one, which is starting to bend the metal. So we're gonna get a screwdriver or something up under there and clean that out. That side is not doing it nearly as much. So that'll take care of the rear. And I noticed U-joint has some up and down play in it. And we don't want none of that, so we'll replace that. Muffler is almost non-existent. There's not much left of that. So we are going to do a full dual exhaust system because it actually has rust holes going all the way up into here and several other places. So we want to get rid of all that. And since we're trying to make this a sporty truck, Uncle Wes's old truck had some loud dual exhaust on it. So we are going to put duals with glass packs, and we're actually going to exit out the side there. We'll exit out from underneath the truck right here on the side. NASCAR style. Should be pretty cool. So we're going to do that. This U-joint seems fine. This front U-joint, I haven't checked yet. We better check it. It feels good. Don't feel any play, but you can see years of engine oil leaks and dirt, gravel dirt, have piled up on absolutely everything under here. Might be why the floors are actually in really good shape on it. Rockers aren't, but gravel truck, they do that. You're gonna start cleaning it. There's a lot there. It's probably a 1/4 inch thick. Same way with the.
Oh my.
That's gonna be Xander's job for the day. You gonna clean it up, Xander?
That, yeah.
We got Xander out some tools. He's gonna do
Oh
a
my goodness.
good job of cleaning this all. Then we'll try to track down some of these oil leaks and get them fixed. Maybe paint up the underside of the engine.
Come on.
Yeah. Same thing my truck is.
Oh.
Would you inhale some of it?
I think that went down the wrong tube.
You're not supposed to eat the dirt.
My bad.
Mom doesn't spend much time under trucks, huh?
No.
So we're gonna clean up the whole underside. And then we checked these out yesterday. There's a little bit of play in the ball joints, so we're just gonna replace them. The truck is getting lowered 2 inches front, 2 inches back. So we've got new coil springs for the front, but the ball joints aren't here yet. And the Front brake parts aren't here yet. We're doing new drums, new shoes, new hardware on the front. We got new wheel cylinders. These old cracked rotted lines are going away. So we'll get rid of that. But again, none of that's here today, so can't start on it yet. Rear's getting dropped 2 inches. We didn't want to get rid of the factory stance of the truck. We did want it to come down a little because we're not putting big tires on, but we didn't want it leveled out. We wanted to keep that old school look. So, and these are the rockers that we're going to be working on now. The original plan was just to get new rocker panels, put them on, try to find some paint that blends in with this patina. As you can see in previous videos, the patina on this thing is pretty amazing. I didn't think I would be able to blend that in, and the more I thought about it, the more it, didn't really fit the original truck. So noticed a lot of other guys, YouTubers, other guys at shows and whatnot using license plates to cover up the rocker panels and other rust holes, which is cool, but my uncle does not collect license plates. I don't think he's ever really been that into them. What my uncle does like is beer and old beer cans. So we are going to do something a little different. I had to order these off of eBay because I did not have a bunch of them around, but we have found a whole bunch of vintage beer cans. We're going to cut the top and bottom open, slice them right down one of the seams, and then I actually ordered copper rivets, which are not here yet today either. But we're gonna lay these out flat, keep the original bead on the side of them. Gonna go up inside to that first lip, shape the can all the way down, and rivet it along the bottom, rivet it along the top. We'll combine them all the way down the rocker panel of the truck. It should give it a very cool, unique look, and then we'll do something more like the vintage Budweiser or Pabst. We got Hamm's, we got all kinds of brands here, but one of them we will also lay out and do these small holes in the cab corner, so it'll wrap around and go inside. They should be, based on my measurements, they should be long enough to fully cover the hole. Should look extremely cool, be a little bit different, and kind of keep some of the truck's originality as far as the rust look goes, instead of putting a bunch of new panels on it. So then we got some ideas for the interior too, but for today, Xander and the other turd balls up front are gonna help me scrape the underneath of this and put some paint on it. And once we actually tear into that rear end, we'll show you guys that. I believe so, but I believe these holes were used a few times for pulling this truck out of the mud. They're about the most ripped out I've ever seen. That one's not as bad, but that one has seen some use.
That's a lot of guns.
You're doing a pretty good job. How you doing, bud? You getting there good? Are you filthy yet? I got stuff all over me. Trying to clean up these. This is the valve covers and 4-barrel intake off of my 71 C10. Now we're trying to get them all cleaned up good so we can paint them up nice and put them on the 283 in here. It was originally a 2-barrel truck, but we're gonna make it a 4-barrel. So gotta clean these up and paint them.
stings the nostrils.
We used to have a sandblasting cabinet, but we didn't use it enough with piles, so we got rid of it. Well, that took forever, but we got the intake and valve covers pretty well cleaned up and about ready for paint. Obviously, we're gonna have to use some degreaser and scrape them a little bit, but cleaned them up pretty well, ground all the numbers and casting edges off. This is just an old crappy 75 Chevy truck intake, so nothing that anybody's gonna be worried about numbers on, but now time to paint them.
Okay, this is a lot of peelings. Yeah. Oh, Dominic, there's a lot of if you get too old, you die. Nope. You don't have to be too old. If you're old, you can still live if you take care of your body and life. Oh yeah, that's a great idea. What we do. That's a great idea. What does old mean from dead body? What's that? It's not big. Huh?
What you talking about, buddy?
T-Rex Wickens. I'm talking about T-Rex's T-Rex. I'm talking about T-Rex fast than T-Rex wheels.
Hmm. Dominic?
Yeah, I'm gonna get that.
Be careful.
Okay.
Not you.
It's not for real.
The crazy one. Careful.
Why would I have a thing?
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
This is the whole part I did, right here.
Okay, good job.
And this is it's really hard.
Dominic, you don't need to do it like that, buddy.
All right, what were you doing to them?
I was getting the rest off this one.
You got all the rust off the inside. What about the other one part of them? What were we doing to those?
We were trying to get all the stuff off.
All the chip and paint?
Yeah.
You worked pretty hard on them today, huh? We got to send them to the powder coater. We're going to get them powder coated white. And then we got to put some different tires on them, huh?
Yeah.
Did you work hard? Yeah, good job, baby. High five.
Bye.
scraping has resulted. Looking pretty good. Xander's side doesn't look nearly as good as Mom's side.
Yeah, because you got like a lot more time.
A lot more time up, but you just aren't as wicked good at getting crap off of stuff as Mom is. There's a lovely pile of dirt here, but I think we could probably get some more dirt off of there because it's pretty gunky.
I don't think the oil's been changed in a while. We unburied the drain plug while we were cleaning stuff up. So, too big?
Yeah.
Alright, keep tracking out. So 22 is a little bit bigger than 7/8. Or does Uncle make you have a 7/8 tonight? None? Alright. Bring that one. You can actually see the transmission now. Yeah, we have to get it nice and flush and flat like that. If you did it like you did it, it would have stripped the corners off. So. You get it? There you go. Usually with drain plugs, once you get them loose, you can take them out by hand, but take your wrench off to be able to twist it out by hand. And then you gotta get ready. Okay, alright, wait a second, we're gonna lift this up, because oil goes flying. Alright, pull her out of there. And once it gets to the end, so yank the plug and your hand back out of the way, otherwise you end up with it down to your armpit. Oh yeah, get it, boy. Boy. Ready? Yank it. Hey, look, there's still oil in it.
I'll be damned. One place we didn't look.
I don't think there's much in there.
Definitely doesn't look like a very long stream.
Good thing we towed it home. Yeah. My prediction is that's only a couple quarts in there.
How many should it have?
5 or 6, depends on the size of the oil pan. A little over 5 usually. Yeah, that was definitely not 5 quarts.
No.
And it does look a little bit old.
What? How can you tell if it's old?
How black and thin it is.
So if it's thin, it's old?
Well, it loses viscosity when it gets old, so instead of having good lubrication, it starts to feel dry, more like water, but
Gross.
not real old, but definitely past due for a change, considering we couldn't find the drain plug until we scraped away all the gunk.
It's probably been a while.
So we're done with day 1. Got a bunch of the junk cleaned off here. Definitely didn't get it all cleaned off, but Xander worked pretty hard on it. Katie helped some. I worked on quite a bit. Got a lot of the oil pan cleaned up. Found a couple of the leaks, took care of those. Changed the oil. Oil filter was definitely old. Oil was pretty old. Finished getting these cleaned up. Tried to shoot those off white. And laid a satin clear on them real heavy to try to imitate the off-white that the bumper is. And I think it came out pretty close. Obviously they're a little bit shinier, but we also haven't put the patina sauce on this that'll shine it up. So end of day 1. By the next time we'll have tires and wheels, hopefully. Don't know if the wheels will be back from powder coat, but we'll have gears and all kinds of stuff to do. So all right, so it is time to get this junk powder coated. These are the rallies we picked up going on the truck. You can see they are pretty rough shape, so no dents or dings or anything, but they definitely need some color. So I attempted to spray paint these things Cleaned them all up nice, but the paint that O'Reilly's had, I think had been sitting on the shelf forever, and it came out all textured and spackled, and they turned out like crap. So we are going to use our powder coaters, Top Dog. These guys always take care of us. They do amazing work. They prime everything before they powder coat it, and they bake it before and after, so it holds up. We won't get any more of this flaking, chipping crap. So we'll get these done, hopefully get them back week and a half, get some tires put on it. Got the gears set up, got a good pattern on them. Got our 342 Yukons and a new Yukon grip blocker. This was the dirtiest rear end I have ever seen. Stuff that came out of it looked like sludge, mud. This actually came out of there. I don't know how this thing was still running. The guy broke the carrier doing a burnout, but that is sludge, and that was what the fluid was. I don't know if it had ever been changed. It's all new now though, including axle bearings and seals. Now we just gotta clean up these horrible backing plates and redo all the brakes. Work on cars when you get big. Get it? Good enough. Daddy will finish. Oh, Mama. Thanks to some help from Stacy, we got the backing plates all cleaned up. We got brand new shoes and hardware, new wheel cylinders put on. This one did not want to let the line come loose, so we just unthreaded the wheel cylinder off the line. Didn't want to have to snap that. And there's no e-brake on here, but Uncle Wes is old and bored. He needs something to do. I'm sure he'll love to put an e-brake on his own truck, so we're just gonna leave that. Gears are done, and now we got to put a U-joint in the drive shaft, and we can put it back together. Finish up the back. Got the rear end sealed up. Brand new brakes on and adjusted. Got some 2-inch wheel spacers on here because for some reason these trucks are way narrower in the back, and it makes the tires and wheel combo look a little weird. They're out wider in the front than they are in the back. Put a brand new U-joint in it. So everything back here, with the exception of the housing, is new, and we've got 2-inch lowering springs and new shocks going to be going in. So working on my idea here for making patch panels out of beer cans. This is a practice one because the top's aluminum. We've got a couple boxes full of vintage beer cans that we got, and most of them are steel. So I forgot to bring the can opener from home today. Plan is to cut this out, top and bottom, and go straight down the seam with probably a body saw or cut-off saw. Give myself a nice little patch of steel for doing the rockers on it. So I sent Katie to get a can opener. She came back with this thing, which is the biggest pile of crap I've ever seen. Unbelievably light. Tried 10 times to cut the bottom of this, and it just pops off the edge. I made it about, I don't know, 1.5 inches. It absolutely will not cut a can open. I don't know how they get away with selling this kind of stuff, but you can see it doesn't grab at all, and there's so much movement in between those. You can make it do that, or you can make it have that big of a gap. So first experiment with using the old beer cans as a patch panel worked out pretty good. Kind of has the rustic look I was looking for. I made the rivets a little uneven on purpose and kind of bent around the bottom. Didn't want it to look perfect because that's not what somebody would have done on this truck, obviously. So I'm gonna keep doing it all the way across and See how it looks. It's crazy, it's hard to see in video, but that's a lot of blue that came back out from under that green. Kind of like the green. Working on the tailgate, trying to get these letters to come back. Can't tell if it's orange algae or if it's rust, but whatever it is, you can't take it off with the rubbing compound because there's not much of the blue or white paint left. The blue's starting to show through, so gonna keep cleaning it up, see what it looks like. Floor actually looks pretty dang good in here, other than one hole over there that they had a sign over, but man, is she dirty. So we're gonna clean it up, patch that. They had a jean jacket stuffed in there and it was doing the job, but we'll do it right. Vacuuming is done. Time to fix the holes. Rust hole fixed. Still working on the rockers. It's a slow process. So the seat in the blue truck is not out of a 60 C10. It is out of a square body, and it does not have these taller feet brackets on it because square bodies have the big humped up floor where the fuel tank sits. So we are gonna steal the green seat out of my green C10. Put it in there for now. Maybe we can find a different one. But for now, this stanky mouse chewed thing is going in there. We're gonna clean it up, try to make it smell better, put a brand new seat cover on it. It'll do the job. Does it smell like mouse pee?
I don't even know what that smells like.
It smells exactly like what your face is in right now.
Oh.
See this hole right here? Those are mouse nibblings. You put your face on it. Yeah. Well, the seat isn't cleaning up half bad. I didn't have any interior cleaner, so just using tire cleaner. They both say the word cleaner in it. I'm sure it'll be okay. Bad brakes. Really bad brake lines. No shock bushings. Old springs. All coming off. So, end of day 3. Got a lot done today. Mickey came and helped for quite a few hours. New brake drums, new brake shoes, new wheel cylinders, new brake lines, new upper ball joints, new lower ball joints, new shocks, 2-inch lowering springs, and a new master cylinder. So she's getting close to being done underneath, and we got to keep going on the body. A little bit of gravel road dust in there. That's part of a rocker panel. Finally got the wheels back from powder coat. The valve covers, air cleaner. Somewhere around here we got the intake. All that'll be going on tomorrow. Xander's helping me mount them up. They're gonna look good. What do you think? You like it?
Yeah.
Wheels and tires on. Still got to do the rest of the other rocker panel. Patina sauce. Got to do the 4-barrel intake, the valve covers, the carburetor, the distributor, seat cover. But it's getting there. Alright, pardon the noise of the fan, but it is hot in here. It's like 95 degrees. So the fan's got to stay on. Hopefully you can hear. Got this rocker panel all done up. Used some older cans on this side and ran them horizontal just to give it a little bit different of a look. I think it turned out pretty cool. What do you think?
Looks pretty cool.
Yeah, you like it? Alright. Tires and wheels are on. Working on the engine. We're almost done. Yanked off that old, ugly 2-barrel carburetor and intake. Got a powder coated factory 4-barrel intake to match. We're not going to paint up the engine, kind of leaving the same mix as the outside, where some of it's new, some of it's old. Putting in a new Summit HEI distributor. Brand new Holley carburetor. It's going to look a lot better. Going to run a lot better. New master cylinders in there. We're in the home stretch, buddy. So I gotta give a huge shout out to Heather and Bill at C10 Signs. They do all of our graphics for our t-shirts, our window stickers, everything that we use for the shop. And they came through big time on this. They were able to match the broken up sticker look of the original bumper stickers that were on the back of here. And then also under the hood, they were able to do this rust looking 283 logos for us. Use the same material on our air cleaner. 283 cubic inches converted to ounces divided by 12 comes out to 13. So that's how many cold ones a 283 can hold. But Heather and Bill knocked this one out of the park. They look crazy in person. Camera doesn't do them justice. And once they heard how cool of a guy Uncle Wes was, they didn't even charge us, which is phenomenal. So again, anything you need done, graphics, decals, t-shirts, signs, anything, they are your people. Everybody knows the rest you can't see isn't there, right? That's the way used car lots work anyway. I don't know. The cool thing is when somebody tells you your body on your truck looks like a crumpled beer can, you can take it as a compliment. Inside patches are done. Getting pretty dang close. That's all done and wired in. Still have to get the custom shift knob done, and probably better figure out something for a stereo. Uncle Wes likes his country music, gotta have some tunes. Gotta figure out something for a center cap too. That looks kinda ugly. But we're getting there, a few days left to go. Gotta wash it up to get ready for the patina sauce. All cleaned up and dried and ready to get the sauce put on. Actually shined up more than I thought it would just from cleaning it. Probably hard to tell on camera, but it's actually got some shine to it. Got the patina sauce inside the bed and on the back of the cab. Now we're gonna do the back here and the sides. You can see the difference between the top of the bed and the sides of the bed. I haven't done the sides yet, so we'll see how many coats we want to put on, but I think it's gonna look pretty good. Alright, this is with one coat of the patina sauce on it. Went all the way around, did their recommended 15 to 20 minutes, and then wiped off the excess. I think it looks pretty good. I don't know if I'm gonna do another coat. They say you can apply as many coats as you want to achieve the desired shine, but I like it. Look around, make sure I didn't miss any spots, and we might just leave it exactly like this. In the bed, I didn't wipe off the excess because it's kind of old and drier in there. I figured it could use a little bit of extra, but it turned out a lot better than I thought. Cleaned a lot of mold out of there this morning. And on the rear bumper, I left it a little heavier too because same reason, it's kind of old and dry. But if you saw the pictures of what that tailgate looked like when we started, there's more of that brown mold and rust over the Chevy emblem. You couldn't even tell the Chevy emblem was still under there, so I am impressed with how well this truck cleaned up and with how well the patina sauce brought back the color. It's a little bit darker than it used to look, but I like it. I think my uncle will dig it too. Just about done. Went ahead and did the patina sauce under the hood too. Made a world of difference. The fender wells were looking pretty bad after all the years. It even cleaned up the heater box. Firewall shined up. Kind of complements all the work we did on the engine. Radiator support shined up. It's pretty cool stuff. You can see how much shine it gives it. Reflects the engine there. Certainly didn't look like that before. I don't know why I do this to myself. This truck started out as pick it up, fix the blown up rear end, wash it, give it to my uncle. And somehow we just keep snowballing it. And we decided it needed a new dash pad and it needed a stereo because we made everything else look nice and this wasn't gonna look good. But doing a stereo and dash pad requires completely tearing the dash apart. We got in the glove box. This is one of the worst dash pads I've ever done. And I figured this dash is so filthy, why don't we just clean it up and patina sauce it while we got it apart. So we're working on cleaning it. It's a beautiful color under there though, so we've got 2 whole days to go. Why not just keep tearing into the thing? Gonna be a late night, but we'll get it done. Stereo is in and working. That was an absolute nightmare. Dash pad's on. That was a nightmare. Apparently on these old things, nothing was easy to get to. That whole dash having to come apart was not fun, but got a power antenna installed and working on cleaning what I can only assume is 40 plus years of rat's nest and compost out of the side vents. Both of them are full of it. Still got to work on that one. Surprisingly, they're not rotted out though. There's too much dirt in those vents. We're gonna get the hose after it. Can't do this on a new car. There's too much electrical and carpets, but older cars can handle it. That river of mud is all built up inside of that vent. I don't know how. These things are literally full to the top with what looks like topsoil. I'm guessing it's just compost, but pretty crazy. Alright, got the dash all back together. Got the shifter ball put on. Home stretch. So I just drove home with the air vents open to make sure that we got all the dirt cleared out with the hose. Yeah, they clearly were not cleared out. I don't know if you can see just how much crap blew all over inside of here, but between what's in my eyes and what's on the seat, surely it's cleared out now. Well, the dash is covered too, but I guess we'll vacuum and clean one more time. Now that I move the boxes out of here, you can see just how much dirt blew out of those vents. And this was after I cleaned them out by hand, vacuumed them out, and used a hose. All of this, including that pile, came out of there. A lot of years on the farm. Alright folks, there she is in all her finished up glory. Apologize for the audio. The wind is blowing and there's gonna be a million cars driving by. I was gonna do the final video when we give it to my uncle tonight, but I wasn't sure how well you'll be able to hear. So a few more final details got put on it in the last day and a half since I made the last video. Went ahead and put a tack in it. Figured being a stick, you gotta have a tack. Wired in a power port. Believe it or not, this truck did not come with one and did not come with a stereo originally. I looked in the fuse box, there's no radio fuse. There's zero wiring behind the dash for a factory radio. So it never had one. Same way with the power port. No wiring, no fuse. This was a bare bones truck, but went ahead and put in the old fashioned seat cover. Can't have a cool old truck without that, right? Shined it up one more time. Cleaned up the white walls and put some tire shine on them. Got our old Pabst exhaust tips there. Put on some custom plates that we had made. I was going to try to register it for my uncle and get some custom plates done, but then he would have probably found out about the truck. Didn't want to risk that, so that is the final product. Been a lot of late nights and long weekends, but it is a fun truck to drive. Actually runs down the highway awesome. Here's our engine that I already filmed. Not much new under here, but we did clean it up. Put a little shine to the fenders again. Got our custom air cleaner nut there. Custom overflow bottle. Custom radiator hose protector. Believe it or not, these are the upper radiator hoses that are listed for this truck. I tried to get a regular one. Call O'Reilly's or Napa or anywhere. That's what they got. So we are a few hours away from giving it back. Got the new 2-inch dual exhaust with glass packs on there, so she's got some pop to her. Both my uncle's and my grandpa's trucks always had that small pipe glass pack sound, so had to stick with that. Got him a cup holder there. Already kind of went over the gauges. Stereo actually works great for being a single speaker. Alright, we'll have a startup video so you can hear the exhaust. Definitely got that old school sound to it. It's been a fun little project. Hope my uncle enjoys it. Now he'll put it to good use, and definitely nobody who deserves it more. Thanks for all the help, Uncle Wes.
Yeah, I mean, it was getting out there in mile length. Well, Katie drove on and then she was driving out.
We're not that far away.
Yeah. Got two of them. One's buried. Hey, there you are. Got you was working today. Are you going to get These people are giving me all sorts of shit
About being what? Old? There's people who are way older than you.
Arizonans.
Hi.
Huh?
We built you a truck.
Who's we? What the fuck are you talking about? No way.
Yeah.
Is it my hidden truck?
It's actually got a hidden bed on it.
Woohoo!
Rocker panels on it and try to wind up with people making that
That's a big ass. Oh my gosh. No, I'm super happy, dude.
Holy shit. Pull up, I thought I should throw up a fucking bumper for that guy.
I still need the bumper.
Mom, here.
I think it was.
Beer cans are all the way around. So you might find some in there.
I think we got it all out.
I'm trying to smoke. Honey! There's one on the keychain. And look, I could be laying down shit drunk on the fucking driveway. Oh man, this is awesome.
Did you see the muffler?
I saw it. Got one on the other
Oh my
side.
god.
I'm gonna have
It's not a beer can.
Toby, did you do that?
We did the
Okay, buddy, hold on.
we did the rocker panels and there's some stuff under the hood too. I guess I better pop that in.
Here's some nice tires.
Do you see under the hood yet? No.
Xander.
That's my favorite part. I didn't do it. Toby did it. It's my favorite part. 67 beers ago.
I'm sure you recognize what the wheels are. I was trying to decide based on what your truck was before
Yeah?
versus the fact you're at least 30 years older now, how your taste might have changed. Now, you told me when I was younger I had to put smaller pipes on my stuff because I had to go fast and loud. I should put small pipes on so I could be loud going slow. Put small pipes on. Just for you.
That's so good.
I was going to do the rallies like you said. The center caps look too four-wheel drive, so I found these.
Those were beers ago.
I liked them. I thought they lasted a little bit.
Awesome.
I'll show you under the hood.
I was out doing yesterday and I picked up
That Dodge doesn't have a
Two.
big enough bed.
no, I picked up two exhaust pipes. Holy cow. Look at there. Probably one that I drank and that's what your shot.
We had to put bubbles on it somewhere. Can't have like a big Right. Figure you're pretty good at opening these. You should be able to take the
So you're taking all your time working on a car.
It was in pretty decent shape when we got it. The rear end was blown up, like bad. The farmer passed away and it went to a younger kid. And he was doing burnouts like crazy. We dropped it from 373s to 342s.
Spent a lot of time thinking about it.
Put a Yukon Posse on 342s. Underneath it is 100% new. All brakes, brake line, wheel cylinders, drums, steering gearbox. If it touches the road, it's new. I'm not going to be
He said I'm not going to
running up to Minnesota. I figured we had to make it reliable.
Toby owns that company. It's called
I don't think we had to put the four barrel on it. It was too
We go to Toby and take us to the Toby's company.
Only by marriage do I own 50%. Important distinction.
283.
You guys are all so awkward.
We were going to LS swap before you get to the year. Big blocks lately.
I wish I could play more. I got to do it. I got to pretty much. I did a few line.
You could have done wrestling, so I mean,
The boys really put some time into this.
I've never seen my husband put more time into anything for anybody.
Mom, come over here. Show me.
I've never seen him with a deadline.
Including me, guys. Including me. Just gonna
Throwing that out there.
throw it out there.
Oh, really?
I love you guys.
I still.
Should I remind her of the stories I've been told of how they made?
The next, there's 6, 12 hours. We borrow those beer cans off eBay. They're just like old beer cans, and they weren't like horrendously expensive. And he's got extra ones too that I think he's got in the back of my car.
No way.
Give him just to have them.
No, right there. And the red shirt.
Did you see the shifter on the inside?
That's so cool.
He had so many ideas go through his head this entire time.
Yes.
I think that was the point.
Yes.
I remember those. Oh my god, they're so precious. You're fine. You're good. I know. The entire way here, every 3 minutes, Dominic was like, "We're giving the truck to the Local West." We're like, "We're gonna have to duct tape your mouth shut. Keep it to yourself."
Babe, we're going to be short a child tonight.
Which one's up there?
Who do you think?
Yeah.